What's up, everyone? Hopefully, you guys are all doing good. Let's go ahead and jump in the charts and start looking around. So, yeah, today is Wednesday, October 1st. Happy October, Locktober, right? It's time to lock in, start a winter arc, right? So, yeah, let's pull Forex Factor here. Actually, I need to blow my nose real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's take a look at Forex Factory, see what we got going on for the day. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video I made yesterday. As always, one day at a time, guys. One day at a time. Hey, what up, Snowman? Good morning. So, left screen, here we go. We have non-farm employment and manufacturing PMI. Cool. So, let's go ahead and screenshot that. And then, yeah, once again, still waking up. And guys, I'm just going to do the best that I can and keep showing up. It actually looks like we're getting some decent price action right now. So, let's actually just start charting everything up right now. Does not look bad. So government shutdown happened, I guess. I don't know what's the deal with that. All right. So we still have this daily gap here, right? I was basically saying this for a while that, kind of expecting this move from daily IRL to ERL. And then we have a daily volume imbalance here. Let's drop down 4 hour. We have this 4 hour gap that's still being held. I like Wednesdays. It feels like Wednesdays usually are pretty straightforward because it's not consolidating like a Monday would be. So this is the daily gap, daily volume balance. Once again, we also had, along with this 4 hour for value gap, we had this 4 hour breaker. So, from a daily gap, we have a 4 hour breaker and for value gap. So, I'm still thinking market's probably gonna go higher. This is also, right, the daily volume balance got tapped below this for value gap. So let's go ahead and put this in as a possible daily gap to 4 hour breaker and for value gap. in my I guess what would it be, daily 1 hour models. I mean, you would think that's the final liquidity sweep, right? Surely we're not going to sweep out liquidity again into this volume balance. Unless we do, man. If we do, that'd be crazy. Maybe it's not the final sweep. I don't know. I don't know. And then yeah, daily gap. Honestly, we don't need that consequent encroachment line. Let's get rid of that. So you guys kind of see what I'm getting at, right? Market maker buy model along on the right hand side of the curve here. We swept out these bodies. So maybe accumulation, manipulation. Do we have a time level here? Oh yeah, we have an old Monday at 18 o'clock of a previous week. We also swept out Monday at 18 o'clock of this week. Oh, 9 a.m.? Okay, so ICT's going live in 15 minutes. Interesting. Well, I'm not going to be watching because it messes with my bias. You guys can go watch him if you want, if you prefer to watch him instead of me. But for me, like, I just got to stick to my analysis because otherwise I get, you know. I mean, then again, I don't know. I could watch it for a little bit, but. Okay, Monday, 18 o'clock. But that's good to know. So yeah, we had this old Monday, 18 o'clock of a previous week. You guys kind of see what I'm saying, right? Possible this was AMD. Oh, man, it would be really nice if those bodies lined up a little better. Maybe it's the day. May have to do it from daily bodies. But yeah, point is, maybe this is accumulation, and then manipulation, and then now distribution. Then again, what if this is high resistance right now? What if this is high resistance? I don't know. Right? I don't know. But we are just now getting to the point where we're framing this. So, what I mean by that is, like, same as before. Do you remember back over here where, you know, sometimes what'll happen is we'll get this high resistance type of movement where it looks like we're going to go run it and we just get failure swings. So, it's always worth noting that. See it? Look at this. You know what I'm saying? But we'll still mark out this model, right? Daily gap. Even if this does end up being high resistance liquidity, which honestly, guys, this very well could be. This very well could be high resistant. It's kind of looking a little high resistant, honestly. I actually kind of like this idea of, I'm honestly expecting this to possibly be high resistant. Hmm. So just a thought. Maybe this is high resistance liquidity. And then we have Monday at 18 o'clock of this week. Yeah, because think about it. So many people are looking to be bullish today. So what if I fade everyone else? Hey, what up, Hyper? Good morning. Honestly, guys, this could happen where we do have 18 o'clock here of the week. Maybe this does end up being high resistance. It's a thought, right? It could this could be high resistance liquidity. I know initially I was framing this as a buy model, like because it looked like we are gonna go higher, but looking at it more in detail, it's like maybe. Well, I might not be bullish, bro. That's the thing. Because this could be, like, I have this as a framed as a buy model, but this actually could be high resistance. All this, and we have our true open here. So, you get what I'm saying? Market maker buy model, and then lower time frame buy model. But then we come up, take out the highs of this consolidation, and then everyone else gets stopped out. You know what I mean? I like to try and fade what everyone else is thinking. It's just an idea. So I'm gonna put this in my journal as like maybe we might want to fade everyone. You know? It's an idea. So maybe like for instance, we come up, take this high, and then go lower, you know? Switch to the screen. But it's also possible this ends up being high resistance. Once again, as you guys know, I want to be fading everyone else. If this does end up high resistance and we sweep the true weak open, that could have opportunity too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know yet, so we're just getting ideas. I actually really like this idea that, you know, there's actually not that much liquidity above this initial consolidation. So, to me, I'm honestly looking at this like, yo, we're probably gonna have this as a high resistance liquidity curve. And so somewhere in this area, I might actually be looking to frame and model back down, because there's gonna be a lot of people going long, and if this does end up being high resistance, there's gonna be a lot of stop losses. You can see that if we do come up, sweep this area, it's gonna be a giant liquidity pool, and then maybe we target back down to here. You get what I'm saying? We don't even have to get in on a piece of the move, like a huge move lower. We just have to maybe get like a small move lower, right? If that ends up happening. Just an idea, right? So where's midnight at? Let's drop down a lower time frame. Where's midnight? Okay, midnight right here. So this idea of if we come above midnight, we'll be above midnight as well. And then 7:30 as well. So if we come above all of those, we'll be above all of our true opens. So you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually very interested in framing this as a move up and then we're back down. And then 7:30 is right here. Once again, guys, I always like to try and fade people, right? So what was this? Was this a data wick? Yeah, when did we have news at? 8:15. Yo, this is gonna be a data wick. Alright, so yeah, this is a data wick. And then we marked out this liquidity pool, which is also perfectly right below the data wick. Alright, so honestly, guys, I want to basically see move back down to this. That's what I'm thinking, right? Data wick should have a lot of liquidity. Something like this, where maybe we come up into this area. So there we just took 7:30. So we'll probably go higher in the short term, right? We have this 1 hour breaker. Nice little 1 hour breaker. I'm gonna tape read. I'm not gonna take this because I want to see something different. But 1 hour breaker, we have equal highs. Not taking this, especially with the data low below. But what I'm saying is we might go higher off of this. It's also a 15-minute breaker, so we could use this as a 15-minute breaker, and then maybe frame a 1-minute model off of it. Maybe we need to see inducement of these lows. We have SMT with that rejection block. And, whoa. This is getting real interesting, guys. We have 7:30. We have midnight. I think what could happen is right now we have S&T with YM with the data low. And it's a 90-minute S&T. Bro, I actually think I might take this. Because this is Phoenix model, right? Everyone's going to target that data low. And we'll be below all the true opens. So you see what I'm saying? So let's get rid of this for a second. "90-minute sweep." Kirk, you're not first. Bro. Hey, what up, Javier? Good morning. I'm just now realizing it's only a partial SMT. It's not a 90-minute. Bro, do you think the 15-minute rejection block on 815 will form an SMT? The 15-minute. This one? I don't know. Right now I'm either looking for a move above the true week open to go lower, or a move back down into this rejection block to go higher. Just basically basic AMD in either direction. Essentially is what I'm looking at. I like to keep true opens for reference points. And then yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. Oh, 815 will form S&T below. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm looking at the 1-minute one. It's a data low, but that's kind of exactly why I think it could work so well, because everyone is targeting that data low, and we already take the liquidity of this consolidation, and then the rejection block literally just does its job, because obviously these are high resistance right now, but then if we come lower, then they'll be low resistance, right? I don't know. We're just kind of experimenting and thinking. So this is not 90-minute SMT. This is a partial 90-minute SMT. Because why is it partial? Because it's not with the actual low of from 6 to 7:30. So, but it's with a low within that time. So, considering a partial SMT. And the reason I like this rejection block, guys, the reason I do, is because it makes sense in the context of liquidity, right? Let's say for instance, we get rejected here, and it keeps this low resistance liquidity, which honestly, that's kind of what I want to see. If that happens, we'll induce this low into the rejection block, and then, yeah, we can go higher off of it. You get what I'm saying? And then it'll be below 7:30. Let's mark out 7:30. That's a huge one right there. It's below 7:30 and it's below midnight. Get what I'm saying? That's actually really important. And then I honestly want to see some kind of like 22-minute SMT as well. There we go. See, look, this. So once again, this is not low resistance yet. That's exactly why we rejected it, right? Right now it's high resistance. See how it's high resistance right now? It was just another lower high. But then if we come down, pop into the rejection block, then all of a sudden we'll have induced the lows, and then it'll be low resistance. So right now I'm seeing this as high resistance. Oh, I should turn this on. Right, so 7:30 is right here. Actually, I lied. 7:30 is right here. Midnight's right here. For me, it's gonna depend on which way we manipulate. That's always what I want to see, is which way do we manipulate and which way is the liquidity. And then past that, we'll just have to see. But yeah, right now I'm basically seeing this as a high resistance liquidity trend line, meaning we're not ready to run it yet. It's kind of what I'm thinking, right? I could be totally wrong, but if we came down and then let's say we induced this low into the rejection block. Actually, this could be a 5-minute rejection. Oh my gosh. We might have to take this as a 5-minute rejection block instead. Right? And then 24,900. Yeah, bro, I like that idea a lot, because that's a really good high to me that I don't think on the higher time frame. Let's get rid of everything for a second. On the higher time frame, it looks like a buy model, but honestly, guys, this very well could be high resistance, not low resistance. So something to consider, right? If we pop up against this trend line, we might not be ready to run liquidity yet. I mean, it looks to me like, there's going to be a lot of stop losses below this low. Actually, there definitely is. Not even kind of, right? There definitely is. So if we pop up against this high resistance liquidity curve, we may very well just reverse aggressively into this consolidation. Alright, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. But yeah, kind of what I'm thinking is, let's see if we induce this low, is what I'm saying. And then I might take this 5-minute rejection block. Is there a 15-minute? If there's a 15-minute one as well, I like the 5-minute one best, probably. I mean, maybe there's a 3-minute one. Yeah, I guess there's a 3-minute one as well. But then again, maybe we already used it. I don't know. I'm just thinking, guys. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. So yeah, guys, what I'm looking for is essentially just manipulation, right? Either manipulation down below midnight and 7:30. I'm thinking for open to manipulation to rejection block with SMT before news. That's definitely a possibility for me as well. I'm seeing midnight here, 7:30 here, and the true week open here. So those are my kind of like, my eyes are okay. I want to see us sweep those, one of them, and then go the other side, or sweep them lower and then go up. One or the other, right? If we sweep them lower and then go up, I like this 1 minute rejection block. Maybe another SMT within this. You know what I'm saying? If we end up going higher first, then I'd probably be looking for a higher time frame reversal, like a 5 minute reversal or something, right? This trade down here would probably be like a 15-minute or a 30-second or a 1 minute expansion up. This one will be like a 5 minute or a 15-minute expansion down. Is kind of what I'm thinking. So we'll just have to see whichever one the market kind of gives us. Like, obviously that's a data low, but I'm not convinced that that we're gonna go there right away. If especially if we just instantly dump into the rejection block, then I think we could induce these lows. Oh yeah, let's get all my accounts open. I'm just setting it up, my accounts up. Okay. Alright, accounts are set up. So anything else I wanted to set up here? Oh well, yeah, I was gonna click the button here to lock myself out is if the daily loss limit gets hit. Blend the spoon? What? Alright. So I just clicked the button to lock myself out for the risk settings, so that's good. And yeah. Oh, that's the wrong button. So yeah, we'll have market open in 9 minutes. And then, yeah, once again, I'm watching these levels, the midnight open, 7:30 open, and then if we dip below these, and let's say we also have 922 open, which it's probably going to, right? So 922 is about to close. So this is going to be our 90-minute open. Right? So all of these things together, if we sweep all of these, it's gonna make me want to induce these lows to go long. So maybe I'll wait for some kind of inversion. So you know what would be better than this is, so here's this 1 minute rejection block. You know what would be better than the S&T there, right? So this rejection block already swept liquidity. You know what I'm realizing, guys, is, so here's that rejection block that took liquidity. What would be even better is if one asset takes the low of the rejection block and the other doesn't. Like, I don't know, like if we ended up sweeping it on S&P and not on NASDAQ. And then because that would be 90-minute S&T. Yeah, that would be 90-minute S&T with this low. And then we could maybe enter at consequent encroachment. Oh yeah, I gotta get my personal account set up on my phone. So you see what I'm saying? If we end up getting the S&T with this low, that, to me, that would be kind of nice. Okay, let me make sure my daily loss limit's set up on my personal. Yup, it is. Alright. Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens after market open. Alright. This is exactly what we're expecting, right? Push down into this rejection block, sweeping out all the true opens. Right, this is what we wanted to see. I also want to see S&T, right? Asia high. Yeah, we could definitely run to Asia high. I think True Week Open as well will be a good target because the market won't be bearish on the higher time frame until we sweep that, probably, at this point. You could even enter a consequent encroachment here. How many cons would this be? And you could just target this LRLR. You know how simple of a trade this is, but it's honestly a good trade. To be 1. So 1 micro on personal, 10 on standard, 40 on top step. So you could enter at the. Honestly, you probably just need to I'd probably just enter at the 1 minute rejection block here. Then again, I might consider waiting to the midpoint, right? Oh yeah, we just tapped it. Should I have had a limit order there? Honestly, maybe. I'm going to put a limit order here. I'm going to put a limit order at 24,753. I don't know if we're going to go down that far, though. Yeah, wait. Hang on. I'm not going to put the limit order there yet because we don't have SMT. We actually don't have SMT. I was literally assuming we have SMT, but we don't have that yet. Let's chill out, bro. Let's chill out. I'm going to chill out, bro. I'm going to chill out. Red Full News at 10. Alright. I'm not doing anything, then. I'm chilling out. But I do think this is very likely an inducement of this low. Why? Because it looks like AMD. Right? Inducement into the rejection block. But I'm going to be a little patient. Honestly, yeah, we need SMT. Oh, wait, we do. Do we have SMT? We have SMT with this low. Okay, we actually already have SMT with this low. Right? Once again, the optimal scenario is for one of the assets to take this rejection block and the other to not take it. I don't know if that's going to happen. Where's the first percent for value gap? Alright, we just ripped through that low again. Oh, market hasn't opened yet. Market just opened. Yes, I kind of want to see one asset take the low of this. So now, if we take the... Okay, there we go. That asset took the low. This is Dark Phoenix. Remember I was talking about how when one asset takes the low and the other doesn't, that's basically, you know, an entry on the opposing asset, right? Where I say, okay, you know, S&P hasn't taken the rejection block, NASDAQ has. So this could be a soup right here. So Dark Phoenix, we just possibly tape reading our first ever Dark Phoenix right now. Yep, we just confirmed Dark Phoenix is indeed a legit model. Guys, we just confirmed. I'm not even upset because we literally just... I didn't even need to take a trade, and I just confirmed Dark Phoenix is a real thing, right? Because, once again, 15-minute S&T, 8:15 candle. Dang. Yeah, so once again, guys, I just confirmed Dark Phoenix is a thing. Why? because, I mean, yeah, you know, right? That asset took the rejection. Nasdaq took the rejection block. S&P didn't. So instead of just entering on the S&P, which you could have done, right? You could have just entered on the S&P, and that would have been fine, right? This 5-minute rejection block. But I don't want to trade the S&P. I want to trade Nasdaq. So what I do is I enter on Nasdaq when we are below the rejection block with S&P, right? I call that Dark Phoenix. And yeah, that's definitely a thing, bro. That's definitely a thing. So now, Kirk, I'm gonna allow myself to take Dark Phoenix trades because that was nice, bro. We just called that in live time. Dark Phoenix, man. Dark Phoenix. Once again, you're probably like, why didn't you take it if you knew it was going to be a soup? Because I had not really ever seen a live example before work yet. It'd only been like kind of like a theory of mine. But now I can pretty clearly say, oh yeah, that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? Right? So that was a soup. So I'm allowing myself to take Dark Phoenix now. Yeah, that was nuts, bro. And why did I have conviction that was going to be a soup? Why did I have conviction? Because we're below every single true open, literally every single one, including the true weak open. So basically, this SMT that was sequential was likely to hold with this 1-minute rejection block. S&P was pushing into the 1-minute rejection block. Nasdaq was sweeping it. So I was like, all right, bet, soup. All right, I'm gonna go on a walk because when you do call trades like that and don't take them, obviously it's like, you don't want to be doing anything dumb, right? But clearly we just called that live. We called that live, bro. We said that was gonna be a soup. And then we went straight to the liquidity pool that we thought we were going to run. But here's the thing. Now, guys, we have taken all of our true opens back up to the upside. So this is what I was saying is I was expecting manipulation, then distribution higher, but now I'm expecting this to be manipulation, then distribution back down, probably. Because now we swept our true weak open into this liquidity pool, right? So honestly, guys, I might want to look for some kind of CRT. Looks like we already kind of got it on the 1 minute. This is like a good type of CRT. Like if we got a CRT here, I would like that. Bro, I'm gonna make a video on Dark Phoenix, and I'm going to include that clip of me saying that was gonna be a soup, because that was crazy. All right. So now, if this is to be high resistance, we might need to push up a little higher, maybe, right? What is that? Previous day's high? You guys saw me call that live, right? That was crazy. Why is this not loading? That was pretty cool. But guys, you might be wondering, like, what was the logic on that? I don't understand the logic on that. It's very simple. It was Phoenix model. It was literally Phoenix model on the S&P. But instead of taking it on the S&P, I take it as a soup on NASDAQ. And I call it Dark Phoenix. It's that simple. You might, if it's still confusing to you. Phoenix model on S&P, NASDAQ sweeping the rejection block. I take it on NASDAQ instead of S&P. He claimed he called it too, but he didn't. Really? That's crazy, bro. I called it and ICT didn't? That's crazy. That's insane. But yeah, very simple idea. Once again, the logic is very simple. We have a 1 minute rejection block. We had a 1 minute rejection block. We're below every single true open. We had a 90-minute sequential SMT, right? Phoenix model, dark chocolate. So yeah, 90-minute SMT. Phoenix model's valid on S&P. We take that guy on NASDAQ as a soup below the rejection block. That's all it was. That was the logic. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. If it didn't, yeah, just back test it. But yeah, Dark Phoenix, guys. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Because he said it may not do this, but when it did, he claimed he called it. That's so stupid, bro. You can't call... If you didn't call something... Like, for me, like, if I don't call something, I don't say, oh, I called that. When I call something, I say I called it. When I don't, I say I don't. But I don't say that I did if I didn't. That's so dumb. Why is he doing that, bro? But objectively, I did call this one. Objectively. So, guys, I'm at the point where this is essentially what I wanted to see. What would we need to see to get a trade at this point? Once again, I kind of see this as high resistance liquidity. Very possibly, right? Everyone's going to be longing when we push up against it. So we'd be above all of our true opens. We'd be above this initial consolidation. We had to have a liquidity pool associated with this low. So if we push up into this high resistance liquidity, if we have some kind of PD array and premium here, like maybe this 15-minute for value gap. Yeah, bro, that was crazy. That's pretty cool. But yeah, you guys realize why I didn't enter the regular one, right? Because we hadn't had SMT yet. We did not form the 90-minute SMT. There was no Phoenix trade until NASDAQ took the low of the rejection block. There wasn't a Phoenix trade on either asset. So that's why NASDAQ had to take the low of the rejection block, because we didn't have Phoenix model yet. Once NASDAQ took out that low, then S&P had Phoenix model, which means NASDAQ had Dark Phoenix model, because NASDAQ had a 90-minute SMT. So I would have entered a soup on NASDAQ. That's why NASDAQ had to take the low of the rejection block. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. So now, like I said, I want to see. Actually, this is a good time to use OTE. So we actually hit OTE, right? The gold one. So that's a confluence. We tapped this liquidity pool above the true open. So let's take this 15-minute gap. Now, I do not like that this 15-minute gap, this is the first time we're interacting with it. You know what I mean? Like, I prefer to see us use a gap, at least 2, so at least a reclaimed gap, and then ideally 3, which I call supercharged gaps, right? If it's reclaimed more than once, or more than twice. So, yeah, I don't know, I'm not ready to take a short yet because I want to see a PD array get swept into at least once, maybe twice. Could I be wrong? Yeah, but I don't need to take a trade if so. I can just chill here. We might have had CRT. Whoa. What time frame was that? 4 minute. 4 minute has a CRT. So on the 4 minute, right? I don't know if the 4 minute should be valid, right? Anything above this white line could be a Genesis model. It very well could be, right? This white line, meaning it could deliver us. I'm not saying it's going to. I could be totally wrong. Because once again, it's just a random 4 minute one. So I'm not trying to call that out, but if it does happen, what I'm trying to say is I saw it. But once again, guys, I'm not expecting it to because so far we've only used this 15-minute gap and we haven't pushed into it more than once. So yeah, right now nothing's obvious. Is it playing out now? Oh my, that's funny. That's funny. Alright, so now this could end up being a high resistance liquidity curve back down. I feel no need to take a trade right now. I feel totally content. Like, obviously, yeah, no. I feel no need to take a trade. I'm very chill. Basically just saying, yeah, bro, if I don't see something, if it doesn't pop off the chart, like, the Dark Phoenix model popped off the chart. But had I really confirmed that that Dark Phoenix was real at that time, I didn't know. Now I'm sure that Dark Phoenix is a thing. So I'm gonna allow myself to take Dark Phoenix models, right? Because that was a perfect example of that, right? So I don't know, man. Right now I'm just kind of not seeing anything obvious. I'm not even really saying much. I mean, ideal scenario is we still pop up into this high resistance liquidity curve. And then maybe we get S&T with previous day's high. We already have it. Yo, we already have SMT with previous day's high. Oh, things are getting juicy, bro. We have SMT with previous day's high. YM took it. YM took it. We're above true week open. 1 hour for value gap. Oh boy. Oh boy. Previous day's high SMT. True week open swept. 1 hour gap. Do we have a London SMT too? Okay, let's get rid of these, right? We already know that we're above all those. I don't want to have too much on my chart. Yeah, so you can see now that previous day's high SMT is rejecting price. I like this as a 15-minute gap. Or maybe even this is a 5-minute gap. What do we got? We got 30-second change in state here. Okay, look at that. We closed, we back tested it, and then we went lower off of it. So once again, called it out perfectly, exactly like I said, right? That was a 4-minute CRT Genesis model. All right. Now we have a 5-minute change in state off of that 1 hour gap. We're going to be going into 10 a.m. So once again, we already have we have that 1 hour gap here. So I guess I'll do 2 cons at the change in state. We're going into our macro time. Okay, so 2 times 4 is 8. So I'm gonna enter this on Top Step, and then to enter it on my personal account, right? I'm gonna wait for a little bit of a. I'm gonna wait probably for us to sweep midnight. We have the Reaper gap above midnight right here. So for the personal account, I'm gonna take the trade like this. Because I can only do 1 con. Or I might even just wait for reaction. Good. I like news, bro. News delivers price to where I want it to go. So yeah, you can see them in on the top steps. On the personal, I'm not taking it until I get a laser precise entry. Because once again, I can only do one micro. So I might essentially what I'm saying is allows bros. Wait, what? Wait, what's the news that comes out? What news comes out? Yeah, it's PMI. It's not like, you know. News delivers price to the drawn liquidity. Okay, we're in this Reaper gap now. So I entered it on personal. I entered on personal at that Reaper gap. I might get stopped out probably, but whatever. Yeah, I've been short. I've been short. I shorted on personal at the Reaper, and I'm okay with that with this trade on personal. So.
Order.
Oh boy. Oh man. I guess I got stopped out. Alright, I got stopped out. Bro, I hate the higher time frame. I hate the higher time frame, man. I hate it. I hate it. Whatever. I tried. I hate the higher time frame, dude. It's so bad. Like every time I take a trade on the higher time frame, it does not work. But yeah, I'm done for the day. Shorted. Got stopped out. Because, bro, because I can. This is why. Here's why I hate the higher time frame. It's so dumb. Like, the market is fractal. So if I take an entry on the higher time frame, it's so much harder because now I have to get so many more points. And if I just align the time frame to get AMD right. Gary's not happy. Listen, man, we all have our preferences. Higher time frame sucks. Like, every single time I take a trade on the higher time frame, I get stopped out. But then lower time frame, I can get like this most sniper entry, and I can get theoretically I could get like 400 points off the lower time frame. That's exactly what I'm saying. Market's fractal. So why, if I can get an entry on the higher time frame, why would I not get a sniper one on the lower one and then get 3 times as many points? Why would I not do that? I know, I'm kind of kidding. Obviously, higher time frame it's good. It's just not what I prefer. Like, every time I try to do something on the higher time frame, it fails. I don't know. Gary's not happy. Hey, bro, I'm trying. Is it really, though? Is it really? Or is it all just fractal? Right? Gary, we're all entitled to our opinions. I like lower time frame because I can get the same move that you could get on the higher time frame, but more precise entry for more points with less risk. Once again, guys, news delivers price to the draw on liquidity. Watch this. News delivers price to the draw on liquidity. If I'm right, then, yeah, I could be totally wrong. Okay, I guess I'm totally wrong. Did news come out? It's 10 a.m. Come on, let's go. Yeah, exactly. Top-down analysis is key. Alright, this idea is not happening. Alright, whatever, guys. I'm wrong. Did I go? I didn't go on a 2-minute walk. You're going to go on a 2-minute walk. We tried. I tried. On to tomorrow. Jets to Holiday and right now? What? But yeah, guys, I tried my best. We move on. I lose every day. I don't care. I'm trying. And it's like I said in that video. It's out of my control. I can't control the outcome. I can control how I respond to it. I can control that I journal it. I can control that I don't let it ruin my day. I can control all these other things. I can't control anything else. So I just gotta stop focusing on that. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of the video I made yesterday. Is I can't control anything other than what I do, inputs, and how I respond to the outputs. I can control the inputs and how I respond to the outputs. I can't control everything else. 15-minute SMT still holding? Dang! Alright, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. But it just goes to show, like, when we're wrong about something, 2-minute walk. It goes to show when you're wrong about something, there's a reason for why you're wrong, right? I was wrong. I'm not going to go cry and say, oh, I actually called that. I'm not going to say, oh, I actually called. No, I didn't call that. I was wrong about the most recent thing. I called the soup earlier, but I was wrong about the most recent thing. I'm not going to go crying saying I called something I didn't call. I didn't call anything in that last little part. I'm going to let the market teach me now. I'm going to be humble. I'm going to let the market teach me. Because every time you say, actually, you know what, I called that, I was right, you're doing yourself a disservice. So why'd the market go back up here? Why'd the market go back up? One reason, actually, is we came back below all those true opens, right? So the same reason that you would have shorted up here above all the true opens, you would long down here below all the true opens. But then by the time I was shorting, this is why I don't like the higher time frame that much. By the time I was shorting, I'm shorting below midnight and below 7:30. And obviously I was going off of the idea that we had swept out the true week open and all this stuff. I was obviously going off that idea. But now by the time I get the higher time, here's the issue, right? By the time I get if I take in a lower time frame entry, I'm getting in closer to the top. By the time I'm getting the higher time frame entry, I'm entering below all those true opens. And so I'm not getting as, much RR. I don't capture as much of a move. It feels like higher time frame trades, you're always late to, it feels like. I mean, obviously it's all fractal. I'm not saying higher time frame is bad. I'm just saying I like kind of fading everyone else, and everyone else doesn't. Everyone else loves higher time frames, and I'm like, actually, there's actually reason to think, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot by waiting too long, and I don't know. What I'm saying is it's all fractal, so we can do it. We can do lower time frame, higher time frame. It's just my opinion. Oh. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and journal this trade. I'm not going to be a little baby about it. I'm going to say, okay, I took the loss. Let's learn from it. $80 points from your entry. Let's go. Always ask oneself, what would Effie do, and then what would Dashi? Waiting, it's not but it depends on the market conditions. Right now, is there any higher time frame entry within this? Gary, is there any higher time frame entry within this? No, it's all lower time frame AMD. So why am I taking a higher time frame trade for a lower time frame AMD? Right? This is all 1 minute and 30-second AMD cycles. This is not a 15. This is a 5-minute change in state. This is just inducing you for a lower time frame trade that ends up going long, right? The higher time frame, everyone's jumping in. All the dumb money is jumping in where they're like, oh, they told us all to go in on the higher time frame, and the higher time frame is the only way to go, and they're getting induced on a lower time frame cycle. You get what I'm saying? This higher time frame change in state of delivery was a lower time frame AMD inducement, right? We induced this low. So that lower time frame 5-minute change in state was a lower time frame inducement. And basically everyone who goes short here off that higher time frame is actually liquidity, right? And so I don't like this narrative that higher time frame is correct and lower time frames are incorrect, because lower time frames, they are also very precise, and it's all fractal. And so if you don't pay attention to both, you get induced or whatever, what I'm saying is I agree with you. Let's check a range projection of this. Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Right? You see how the -1 range projection was that low? Yeah, it's all fractal. It's all fractal. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and journal this. Obviously, I'm annoyed, but whatever, bro. Bro, I can't win, dude. I can't win. Whenever I take a trade for real, it's like I always screw it up. Okay, let's go through the thought process for the trade and really go through everything. So, accumulation, we had previous day's high S&T, that was one of the main confluences. We had a 1 hour gap. Yeah, guys. Actually, I'm gonna go on another break, and then I'm gonna try and have a disciplined journaling session, and I'll really be diligent and stuff about this journaling. So, I'm kind of tired, and I want to walk around a little bit. Now we'll still keep tape reading price. But Alright, let's review what happened. So, I'm actually kind of curious. Did the range projection mark that high? Anyway. So, 5-minute change in state. Right, so I kind of saw this as A. I guess the sweep wasn't really obvious. Like, we obviously swept out these equal highs. But it wasn't that good of a sweep. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. So we'd taken 18 o'clock. We'd taken 7:30. We'd taken midnight. I don't want a journal right now. I got it though. So 5-minute change in state right here. Let's just have it be like that. Yeah, I don't like that this gap hadn't been a reclaimed gap. It was just a regular gap. So I probably was just going to target 2 to 1. Like that. Probably. So yeah, this is essentially what I was gonna try and do. And here's this high SMT. So something like this. And then we were going into the macro as well. Let's just, I don't need to screenshot it again. Nice, dude. Yeah, this is Wednesday. Okay, we gotta make a new folder for October. hate journaling losses, bro. I hear it. Let's just the important part is the notes. What do we learn from it? I don't really care about everything else. I just want to put my notes in. What did I learn from it? I don't like we only use the gap once. Learned a few things I don't like about certain trades. In this scenario, I don't like that we only used the fair value gap one time and it wasn't reclaimed or supercharged. The sweep honestly wasn't that good. The AMD wasn't that good either. Trade only SMT, only Phoenix models. Yeah, bro, I'm honestly getting to the point where like maybe I'll just make Phoenix model my main. AMD wasn't that good either. Phoenix model and Dark Phoenix. Honestly, I could definitely consider doing that. You think Phoenix model should be my main? I might, yeah. Honestly, guys, I might make Phoenix model my main. It's just the most common sense, you know? I mean, why would you do anything else besides enter at the low? Because if you're entering at the SMT, you're always, yeah, exactly. If you're entering at the rejection block at the SMT, whether it's a Phoenix on the asset, right asset, or the Dark Phoenix where you soup the low, you're always entering at the SMT, which means you're always entering at the very low of the model before everyone else even gets in. It's just common sense. If you enter at the SMT, exactly. If you enter at the SMT with the rejection block, you're always going to get in before everyone because you got in right as the SMT literally got created. You're validating SMTs. Yeah, guys, I might switch to Phoenix model. I think I'm gonna switch to Phoenix model, guys. Just only doing Phoenix model. I mean, Powell Trades is so profitable, bro. Like maybe I'm considering only doing Phoenix model with sequential SMTs below true opens. You know how powerful that'll be? I feel like that, yeah. What I'm thinking is, guys, we can literally do, like, If you pair Phoenix Model with SSMT and True Opens, it's so powerful. It's the ramen noodles model. Bro, you're making me crave ramen noodles. Why wouldn't you always want to get entries at the S&T, which is always going to be the very low or high of the entire model, right? Why wouldn't you do that? Why just common sense. Why are we not entering at the rejection block always? The start of every market model is a rejection block. It's the start. It's literally the starting line. Why are we starting at the fair value gap? Why are we starting at the order block? The rejection block is the start of a market maker model. I personally think I'm being really serious, guys. Phoenix model makes so much sense to me, and we know Powell. You guys seen Powell trade? You see how rich he is, bro? He's not saying he's trading Phoenix, but he's trading Phoenix, bro. He's trading Phoenix. He's trading rejection blocks. I mean, rejection blocks literally are what validate the SMTs. Think about it. If you're a breaker block trader, you're trading the same SMT the rejection block trader is trading, but the rejection block trader is already at 2 or 3R by the time you're getting your 1 or 2R. The rejection block traders always eat. And if they're wrong, they only lose a tiny little piece. They only lose a little tiny piece. But the rejection block traders get in first. By the time the breaker block traders get in, it's already at 3R. It's already at 2 or 3R. The breaker traders are getting a 1R, like 2R, and it sometimes doesn't even work. I mean, I don't know, man. I really like this idea. I mean, why would you? And then combine it with the fact that we know manipulation is likely to occur right above true opens and right below true opens. Combine it with the fact we know time-based SMTs are higher probability. All of a sudden, we're cooking. We're cooking. You know what I'm saying? Time-based SMTs, true opens, Phoenix model. Everything else is noise. Let's cut everything else out. I love it, Kirk. But yeah, I'm actually really liking this idea. Time-based SMTs, true opens, Phoenix model. Everything else is noise. I like it, bro. I think this is what we're going to do. I'm feeling... it feels right. And then later on, we can implement everything else, you know? But as of right now, focusing on one thing is going to... we're going to cook. We're going to cook. Let's go, Haney. See? Someone gets it, bro. That 369 time-based stuff. Like, if I figure out that we hit Phoenix model right at a 369 time, like, I don't know. Of course, that's going to be additional confidence. I don't know. I like that stuff. Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and do the Reflect IQ. Please do it. All right. Well, I'm very strongly considering we're just going to possibly trade Phoenix model, bro. I mean, it's just... And then maybe since it's Phoenix model, we'll allow ourselves maybe 2 trades a day instead of 1 because it's Phoenix model, you know, and it's going to be smaller stop losses. Definitely considering it. Let's lock in, guys. Let's lock in. I like this idea, guys. I'm feeling good about it. I think we're on the right path. Oh, man, I do not want a journal right now. Whatever. I gotta finish this. I gotta finish the journaling. I already did the hard part, which is coming up with the notes. Now I just gotta put everything else in. I'm too lazy to post the tweet right now. I don't want to post the tweet right now. I'm too lazy. Another time. What time was this at? 9:56. And I don't care about all the other stuff. Honestly, I don't give this post-trade approval because I don't know, man. Let's just look at it again. The sweep, bro. The sweep is just not light bulb. The sweep is not light bulb. That's why. That's why I don't give this post-trade approval. The sweep was not light bulb. I don't like the sweep. Alright. Okay, I'm honestly going to be done with the journaling for now. Let's close off the journal. I could fill in everything else, but I don't want to. We'll keep tape reading until the end of the live trading session, though. But yeah, guys. 2 trades a day. That might be the move, guys. 2 trades a day. That might be the move. I think that is the move, actually. 2 trades a day, 2 Phoenix models a day, max. And let's try and make sure it's with true opens and time-based SMTs. Yeah, look for time-based SMTs, look for true opens, and then take those Phoenix models, right? Look at this. What's going on YM right now? Phoenix model. Bro, Phoenix model's cracked. We got it. Let's just send it, bro. Let's just send it. I don't even know if this swept liquidity. It did. Yeah, man. This is what we've been missing the entire time. Honestly, guys. This is what we've been missing the entire time. And it's so obvious in hindsight. Like, Powell's so profitable. So this would be Dark Phoenix, kinda. Maybe. I don't know. So 9:45, 9:55, 10:05, 10:07. So this is not sequential SMT. It's not sequential. So this could fail. Powell learned from you, directly from you, Haney. Powell learned everything from you. Haney, you are the ghost in the machine. Hey, everyone, Haney is the ghost in the machine, bro. No, here's the thing, guys. Think about conceptualize rejection blocks, right? If you enter as the SMT is forming into the rejection block, or if you enter on the opposing asset, souping the rejection block while the other asset is still valid for Phoenix model, you are always getting in at the bottom or top of the SMT, the very top or very bottom. Everyone else needs SMT to validate their trades. Everyone else needs SMT. So you're going to be wrong sometimes, but when you're right, you're always going to be getting in at the very top or very bottom of the SMT before all the other traders get in and then push your trade the same direction that you've already entered. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good. This is the move. This is the secret. Phoenix model, guys. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is that high probability. It's not sequential SMT, so I'm not going to look at that anymore. Exactly. And then and then when you pair it with Goldbach. No. At 10:01. No. Dang it. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, pair this with Goldbach, right? The rejection block, you want it to form. So guys, we need to use Phoenix model. So it's this simple. Phoenix model. We're always entering at the low/high of the model, right? That is literally what Phoenix model is. You're always entering at the low/high because you're always entering at the rejection block, which is the start. The rejection block is the start. So then there's basically 3 elements to this, right? There's only 3 other things you need to think about it. Think about time-based SMTs, so SMTs, time-based SMTs, true opens, and then if it's a Goldbach rejection block. And guys, I don't know, man. I'm sorry if that didn't make sense, but I think this is gonna be really nice. Wow, we swept liquidity into that. Yeah, so look what happened here, guys. Just so you guys know, right? We sweep liquidity into the low of the dealing range. And what's happening on S&P when this happens? S&P is holding the rejection block. Right? S&P... So here's this 5-minute rejection block. S&P is holding the rejection block. So this is 8:15. Actually, I like this rejection block better. 9:20. Actually, just kidding. So the 90-minute cycles are 7:30 to 9, and then 9 to 10:30. So you guys see how this is 90-minute SMT? Check this out. At the low of the dealing range. Okay, this is where things get really cool, right? We sweep liquidity at the low of the dealing range into the liquidity sweep partition. 90-minute SMT, 90-minute sweep. So this right here, this is dark Phoenix, and then this is regular Phoenix. You're in? Oh, Javier, you're in long or short? Dang, nice, dude. The 5, once again, it's nothing sucks. Nothing is, I don't know. Higher time frame is not bad. Lower time frame is not bad. But I don't like this narrative of like not you can't trade lower time frames because sometimes the conditions to trading lower time frames is better than the conditions to trading higher time frames, and a lot of people will never say that, and that's where I get a little annoyed because it's like if the higher time frame is consolidating, lower time frame is objectively gonna have better trades. That's why I don't like the whole narrative. Dark. I don't know. I have probably like I don't know, man. I have so many models that like it take me too long to think about. But it's because I observe price action. I observe price action and the market, I observe what the market tells me and shows me. And cuz otherwise how else are you supposed to learn how to do it, right? Bro, where's the 90-minute SMT button? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Just trading Phoenix model will relieve so much stress on us. You know what I mean? It just makes it very objective. So yeah, once again, 5-minute rejection block on S&P. Yeah, you guys like one model, huh? But it's not. The issue is, guys, the issue I have with that is it's never one model, right? It's AMD. You as long as you trade AMD, you can enter the market via whatever you want, right? And that's the issue I have with people saying, "Oh, there's only one model." Like, no, these markets move using AMD. And as long as you basically trade that AMD correctly, it doesn't matter if you enter off a breaker, an order block, a fair value gap, an inversion fair value gap, a rejection block. It doesn't matter. And that's the part I don't like about this whole one model thing, guys, is because it's all AMD. It doesn't matter past that. But I get what you guys are saying. I get what you guys are saying because does make it simpler, right? Oh man, 90-minute SMT here. So you kind of see the Phoenix model, guys. And then we're below. The key is we're below midnight. 15 15-minute rejection block. Oh, yo, wait. Sorry, I did not even realize that. Oh, yo, wait. Kirk. I like the 1-minute ones. Bro, you're right, dude. Look at this 15-minute rejection block. Isn't this previous day's high SMT? Man, why do I feel like I'm always yelling? I probably am. Guys, I'm probably always yelling. My voice is like always gone, bro. But yeah, guys, I do think we're only gonna trade Phoenix model probably. At least that's what I'm probably gonna do. You guys can obviously do whatever you want, but it makes it simpler for me, which I like. I'm considering it. I don't know though. At the end of the day, it is just AMD. No, because then I can't trade my first strike model. Then I can't. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'll think about it. You guys, you're too good at convincing me. I have to think for myself. I definitely want to take Phoenix model more often, though. Is what I'm trying to get at. First, I'm dying, bro. Previous day's high S&T. But we don't have a liquidity sweep, so I'm not taking that. I would never take that. Yeah, guys, as of right now, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, right? Which is allow myself to trade anything in context with AMD. Because that's what I really do think the markets are, is just all just AMD. But that doesn't mean that I won't be trading Phoenix models. So that's just my thoughts. Oh man, might go on another walk, guys. Yeah, guys, I thought about it, and I'm going to veto you guys for my own personal trades, right? Because, yeah, anything that's in line with AMD, in my opinion, is valid. And I obviously I've been losing, but I don't care, guys. That's very obviously true to me according to my back testing. So I'm gonna kind of hold true to that. Look at this, though. We reinversed this gap 3 times, making this a very nice inversion. And then, what happened next? So, Hydra was talking about this. I mean, he didn't actually say this directly, but I'm saying it. We have a 15-minute fair value gap, and then once again, I know this isn't not a normal change in state, but I do think this is a valid change in state. If that's the case, what do you think is the main thing you're doing wrong? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think I think it's not necessarily something I'm doing wrong. It's just that I have so much more time back testing than I do forward testing. So it just takes practice and practice and practice and practice. But yeah, 15-minute for value gap, we had a manipulation of this low. So accumulation. Project this out. So check this out, right? Range projection of the accumulation. Yeah, guys, I'm vetoing you guys. I don't care. I know these markets are obviously AMD. The entry is just a tool to be on side with AMD, right? That's why all these different PD rays even exist, right? So, yeah, I'm still trying to get better with it, but that doesn't mean that I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. And honestly, I don't care if you guys disagree. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, so. It's all just AMD. Yeah, accumulation, manipulation, and then Hydra was talking about this, right? Where this manipulation happens right here. We actually went below all of our true opens. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it at one trade a day, guys. That's just what I want to do. And yeah, I'm gonna be slow, right? I'm gonna be slow growth because it's only one trade a day. But that also means slow drawdown. It's very slow drawdown, and I'm okay with that. It's a long-term thing, guys. Accumulation, manipulation, and then what Hydra took was this. He took a 1 minute order block, which change in state, interchangeable, in my opinion. I don't know if I should even say it. It's not really an opinion. It's just what it is, right? But I like this as a order block, change in state, and then. So yeah, 1 minute change in state. Even this is fine. But yeah, this is also looking like a 2022 model as well, where we sweep liquidity, fair value gap, and discount. Anyways, guys, we're gonna have a good back testing session on the later today. I'll make sure that I try and be thorough with today's back testing session when I do back test. My add your position, nice, bro. That could be good. So yeah, look at the time levels, right? We were below. We're below 7:30, which is our true session open. We're below midnight, which is our true day open. We were below 922, which was our true 90-minute open. And let's get rid of all this. So, we're below all of our true opens. And that's honestly a big key to why this AMD was played out so well. And then we had a so 945. Yeah, this is 22-minute SMT. Check this out. For my disbelievers in the 90-minute cycle, this 22-minute SMT, perfect example of it working out. I just had an argument with this guy on Twitter about the 90-minute cycle, and he's all like, "Yo, the 90-minute cycle is not real." It's like, okay, then why do 22-minute SMTs end up being higher probability? Why is it that this happened at 9:31 between 9:22 and 9:45, and this happened in between 9:45 and 10:07? I mean, I personally think it's just, quarterly theory broken. It's just 90 minutes broken into quarters, so that's what I think. It's so real, bro. It's obvious. I mean, a lot of people use 30-minute ones. SMTs. That doesn't make sense to me, because why would quarterly theory just randomly change when you get down to the 90-minute cycle? That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, yeah. I just do what makes sense to me, as always. And then we might have had 90-minute SMT as well. Yeah, bro. We literally... No wonder this worked out. No wonder. And it's like, guys, if we could just lock in, we would see this. We would see, oh, wow, we have SMT with 90-minute cycle. We have SMT with the 22-minute cycle. Nice, Kirk. But, like, guys, this is what I mean when I say the market's always right. I didn't know at the time that we had gotten these SMTs right when I had taken the short. I didn't realize that, but clearly now I do. And this is why I don't like higher time frames, because if I enter on the lower time frame, I'm for sure going to be on side with these lower time frame SMTs. When I enter on the higher time frame, I don't know when this SMT forms, and then I'm offside. That's just what I think. Honestly, Gary, you asked me what my issue is. Higher time frames, bro. Just kidding. I'm sorry. I know you really like higher time frames. Stop trashing on it. But yeah, then we have a 1-minute 2022 model. And yes, this is a 2022 model. We don't need breaker structure for 2022 model. We just need a liquidity sweep and obvious displacement. And yes, that's true. ICT has said that. But once again, guys, there's a disconnect between forward testing and back testing, and so Gary asked me, what do you think my issue is? It's obviously that. I don't use Forex replay. I don't use that stuff. And so because of that, there's a disconnect between my forward testing and my back testing. I don't like using Forex replay, though. So I'd rather just keep back testing in real time. That's just, Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, we both have our opinions, and that's okay. It's okay to disagree. Um, but like I was saying though, I have all the backtesting time. I've been backtesting literally every day of price action for the past year. But the issue is I still need to get better at forward testing, and because I don't do Forex replay, which I'm not gonna change that. I really don't like Forex replay. It's just gonna take me longer to get better when I'm not using that. Now you guys could just say just use Forex replay. I'm like, for that I just say I just don't want to. Like it's so annoying, bro. I don't know. I've tried it a few times and it's I don't have my indicators. I don't have my chart colors. I don't have my stuff. The candles don't look real. Like there's a million reasons I don't like it, and I have to pay for it. I don't want to pay for it, so. Bro, it's good. 369 is good. I'm telling you. Nice, nice, Shaney. Good work. So we could even take a projection of this right here and then target the first standard deviation like that. Huh. That's cool. That's so precise, dude. Okay, so 2022 model. Once again, I don't need breaker structure for 2022 model. I just need displacement. So, liquidity sweep, displacement, 2022 gap and discount. And it's placed very nicely in discount below our true opens. So let's go ahead and save this. Oh, you know what would be kind of cool? Let's see if this was lower time frame gold block. First, let's save this. 9:59, 2022 model, 1 minute. I think it's gonna be. Let's go down one more. Yeah, we sweep liquidity into the low of the dealing range. Oh, and this actually explains a lot. We had the fair value gap here. We dipped even lower to tap the fair value gap partition before expanding to the high of the dealing range. Cool. Yeah, one day at a time, guys. As I said in that video from yesterday, what I'm doing is I'm changing the idea that I feel like I have to be, making money right now and being profitable right now. I don't have to, right? I don't have to. And I feel no need. I understand this is like a huge skill building process. So I have no need to feel like I have to make money or whatever, right? I just do it because I actually like it. I mean, I obviously want to make money too, but that comes from also just doing it because you like it. Oh man. Just what 15-minute liquidity from 19 hours ago with a 1-minute BISI. BISI? What liquidity do we sweep? You mean this? You mean SIBI. You mean SIBI because BISI is a bullish for value gap. SIBI's bearish. Alright, I'm gonna go on another break and then the stream's almost over, so but yeah, guys, I don't care. I'm at the point where that was the whole point of the video yesterday is I don't care anymore. Like I don't care. I just honestly show up to the charts every day because I enjoy it, and I know that I'm gonna get better eventually. Yeah, bro. I don't think this is a high probability 2022 model. Now I could be totally wrong. Actually, I could be wrong, but once again, I guess you just have to ask yourself what the draw. It could work. I'm not gonna try and say. I'm not gonna try and tell you your trade might not work because it might. I don't know, but the sweep isn't convincing. Like this is a convincing sweep. I don't know about this one, but we'll see. I could be so wrong. Okay, 1 minute left. I think I'll just end the stream here. Yeah, there's 1 minute left. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's keep going.